Good to see you again.
Hello. How are you? How's life? How's everything going? Here's Reese. He says hello, and he's very heavy. Last time you saw him, I think he was just a little puppy.
Yeah, well, he
Right?
had gotten a little larger.
Oh,
but
man, he's a lot bigger than I thought he was going to be, don't you?
Yes and no, because I've seen some cockapoos get fairly sized, and some are
He's large and in
his
charge of
size.
the barge. Look at him paws.
But if you look back to January, he was a tiny little peanut.
He's been through a lot since then. Haven't we all? Haven't we all lived about 45 years in the past 6 months?
Yeah, it's just been feels like it's been a long
Fun.
time.
Anywho, we've had a lot of things going on.
Sure have.
Photo
Been
shoots
busy.
and celebrity status. Said no one ever. Figured I never got a glamour shot back in the 80s, so I got my glamour shot now.
Yeah, you got I was the one who convinced you to
Yes,
go in
you
and
did.
do that.
Yes, you did. Not, out of my comfort zone of glamour and all that kind of stuff, but it was fun.
Well, more so to celebrate yourself, and
Yeah, I don't
have
celebrate
fun.
myself. Did you hear that bang?
I did hear that bang.
I don't know what that was. But you have to celebrate. You have a new item.
I do have a new item, and I posted about it just the other day.
It's summertime.
I have beach towels with a brand new
They
design.
come up so cute.
Thanks, I appreciate
I
that.
really
I
do.
had fun making that.
You got to
one.
check it out. You got to check his Etsy page. All kinds of stuff for kids.
Kids
it's
and
summertime.
adults.
But I mean,
because like myself, I'm
summer
an adult and I love
parties,
dinosaurs.
Summer parties, everybody's looking for gift ideas. You know what I mean? I mean, you could just run to a store and pick up the old whatever. Why not get
That you
an
can
original?
get anywhere, yeah.
Right? You get an original. He just literally just finished
Tank the T-Rex
The,
original.
the towel, which came out great.
Thanks.
Looking for some sponsorships. Waiting for some people to call back. Really want to get into see if you can get into the library. Maybe you'll stop by there tomorrow and see if you can
I'll take a look because I reached out to them.
Yeah, you did. He's reaching out to everybody. As am I. So how you been? And how have you been?
Busy.
Yeah.
Tired.
Doesn't that feel good, though, to be busy?
Well, it means I'm doing something, I guess.
Oh, well, you are.
If I'm busy, I'm doing something.
Plus
I'd
you're
rather be busy than bored.
Plus, you're taking care of him.
Yeah.
What do you have coming down the
Full-time
pike?
job. I'm looking to see if I can design a new hat, and not like a dad cap, which I've done previously, more like a sun hat.
Yeah, or a bucket hat.
That's what it's called. My brain totally blue screen for a second. Like, what is that called? A bucket hat. So I look for that in a little bit for the summertime, and more comics. Planning those out. I've also been looking at ways to. I've been brainstorming scripts ideas that I have. Possibly, what I'd love to do is I'd love to be able to create a library of scripts that a lot of people in the voiceover community can access and be able to read if they're like, oh, I'm short on material that I could use. It'd be like, I've got something that you could visit and check it out and feel free to use it.
Oh, we haven't been on here since the Memorial Day Parade, have we?
I don't think so.
No, that was fun.
Yeah, that was first Memorial Day Parade for
your business.
Tyrannosaurus Studios and Tank the T-Rex.
That was awesome. And there are a lot of people, I really didn't notice a lot of people.
Reese was the star of the show,
He
though.
was the star. He barked at everybody.
And he had his own little shirt on,
He had
too.
his shirt, which you can get on the Etsy page.
Go check it out.
For kids. He's a little kid, so he got the little Tank Loves Me shirt. And with each purchase, I have a couple of things that are out too. I have a shirt that I have designed.
You did, and you just wrapped that today.
And I just wrapped that today, and I also have my own bucket hat. But again, you can. I didn't wear it because I'll officially.
Well, you have them.
I have them.
So if you want to see them firsthand, you're going to have to go check out my mom's Facebook, where we're going to do a live over there on Friday.
Friday, I'll do the live on Facebook. I'll be wearing the garb, but you can see it on hit your Etsy page. They're down. Thank you for allowing me to use, because I won't have, I may create another shirt. Who knows down the road, But it's
By
to
all means.
empower yourself, to empower women of my generation, and a little bit forward of all the things that they were able to do. We didn't have
Celebrate
social.
themselves,
Yeah.
rather than nowadays where they missed out, and all the younger generation.
Yeah,
Well,
'cause-
great for them. I know maybe a lot of people in the older set may feel a little discouraged and disheartened. Of man, I missed it and I didn't get my chance. But
But you did.
celebrate yourself.
Because you
Celebrate
you
yourself.
brought up
You're
the
a
new
pioneer.
class.
You're a
Yes,
pioneer.
the pioneers. Dwindling
I
pioneers.
mean, to think about it, if your generation hadn't showed any interest in that kind of sports, like women's and girls sports,
Right.
then if no one did it, then imagine an alternate reality where there would be no women's sports, and they'd be like,
Oh.
well, girls clearly don't want to play.
You fought. I mean, it can be in sports, or it could be, in any relation to just women empowerment.
Yeah.
That they have to own their own, be golden. That shines the brightest. You know what I mean? You gotta just shine, be the light in the room during the dark times.
You remind me, you said golden. For some reason, my brain was like, oh, Golden Girls, and
Well-
I've been watching a lot of that again.
Yeah. Oh, they're
I love
hilarious.
that. I love
They're
that.
only in their 40s.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? When you
but
think
someone,
about that.
was it you or someone else pointed out, it's like the girls in Sex and the City are older than the girls in Golden Girls. It's like,
It's amazing. It's amazing to think. I know. I'd rather watch the older.
Wild, huh?
The older shows are funnier. They
It was innocent. It was very innocent.
I'm trying to think seriously. What's a show that has comedy in it? Not
Nowadays?
too many. Yeah, not too many.
Just
They
a lot
tried.
of drama and reality.
They
a lot of
tr-
drama shows.
Yeah, they tried it.
90
I
Day.
think they're just. Yeah, no. I think they're just. They're going. They got to bring back some of the, not the same idea, but have that kind of concept of I Love Lucy, Laverne and Shirley, even variety specials.
They don't
aren't
do
the
they
same.
don't they don't do live studio audiences anymore either.
No, well, they're going to be doing one for some Broadway show.
Well,
Coming up. What
they
is
have
that?
done that when they do it
No,
on
but they're
TV.
doing another one coming up, but I can't. Me and my shows.
I
I
have to-
totally
I have
messed
to
that
double
up.
check.
Yeah, they're going to be doing something. I want to say it's George Clooney.
Maybe.
I'm almost positive it's
Maybe.
George Clooney. He's
Gotta
in
brush
something.
up on my upcoming
And,
Broadway shows.
He went back to being Gray. See, he saw me and he was like, yeah, No, actually, he said it was very strange for him. He dyed his hair,
Yes.
for whatever role he was playing, and he
Yes.
was like, my wife couldn't stand it because she was used to it, his hair being a certain color. It takes some getting used to. Now I just say, screw it. Let the grays grow in. It shows exactly all the shit I've been through all these years. I don't know whether he wants to snooze. I don't know what he's doing.
I'll take it.
So you got comic strips coming up. You got all
Comic
kinds
strips, more scripts, ideas
Lammy.
that I have.
Yeah.
she's
of. Lammy
seen-
has seen better days.
I follow the
the daughter.
yeah, I follow her.
Now,
Yeah,
see, I
she's
remember.
great.
I remember her mom growing up. Yeah, little Lammy. But he likes Lammy.
She's a lamb chap.
Yeah, and so you have comic strips.
Comic strips, planning those out. Script ideas for voice actors looking for scripts. Because one of the last times that I did a challenge where I wrote my own scripts,
Yeah.
I look back on it now and like it because a lot of people. The first one that people, it was her first one I did was a cartoon, and a lot of people checked that one out and
Yeah.
participated, and it was great. And I was like, awesome, let me keep this going. And my second one that I did was more fantasy medieval setting, and
Not my
the
thing,
scripts
but-
were a little too long for the time I had allotted, and people
Oh,
were,
yeah,
people were like,
time
oh,
restraints.
yeah,
Everybody's trying to talk too fast.
yeah,
To
or they
get it
couldn't
all in.
finish, and
Ooh.
so
Can't do
it was a little disheartening because I was like, oh,
No, that's
maybe
just- that's
I'm
the
not
thing.
good. So I
That's-
stopped doing it. It's been a little bit since I last did
It's
one,
just
but I
a
want to
learning
give it a
curve.
go.
It's a learning
Again.
curve. You don't stop doing it just because of that. You learned. You make it a little longer so that people can finish. That's all.
Yeah,
That's just a learning curve.
yeah.
That's nothing. But
I just felt kind of silly. I'm like, oh, I should have known better.
nah, again,
So.
that's a learning curve. You're young yet. You know, you're going to screw up a lot more times. And that's not really a screw up. You know, people probably took it as a challenge to speak a little quicker. I talk fast as it is. I also want to mention that it's funny how life is, but through everything, with everything, you know, I'm kind of out of the loop of people that I used to play sports with and what have you. But, however, one woman that I played sports with as a kid, and I put it actually on Facebook, her and I started doing a podcast, which has lasted
tomorrow will be the 5th episode.
Yeah, it'll be the 5th episode. We're both on YouTube. I'm Lisa DCT, and she's Grandma Mo, so GRAMMAMOE. And it's discussions from the East Coast to the West Coast. It's everything WNBA. They're hot within the season. It's getting scrappy. And it's been fun going back and forth and talking.
The two of you have been having a lot of fun.
We
have a lot of insightful conversations.
Yeah, because we've played a lot of sports, had our own set of injuries, and didn't have the opportunities that these girls have today, and we're freaking thrilled. We're thrilled. You have to understand that. You know, it's like social media or phones, right? We grew up with rotary phones. We didn't have cell phones. You know, and then the big thing was the answering machine. Like, God forbid somebody call and you not... Yeah, somebody would call and you didn't get a message. Oh, geez. It's like, they'll call back, you know? And now you know, like, we didn't know who was calling. We didn't know any of that kind of stuff.
The only problem is nowadays you have too many spam calls.
Yeah,
and
well,
texts.
true. Well, people have sold your data, and that's exactly what has happened, unfortunately.
Getting
you know
so
what I mean?
tired of it, trying to do business things here, and
yeah.
You've been approved for a loan. What loan? I didn't apply for one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But, I mean, people should really, you know, reach out. You know, he does all kinds of things. Are you going to do acting, like, did you put your portraits up for acting? Yeah, or you're going to do that?
I got to do that. I've just been doing a lot of things. Oh, I recorded, since speaking to you all last time, you probably all, if you haven't, it's been out for a few weeks now. I recently spoke to Gettys Gibbs Jr. on a recent episode of Are You Sorious? Because that's coming back. And I also got the pleasure to speak with 3 more fabulous guests as well.
I was going to say,
new episodes coming soon. And I'm on the hunt for brand new guests all the time, reaching out to
so are
people.
Are you interesting? You know, do you pop out at parties?
I Love Lucy.
I mean, you know, if you have something to bring to the table that you want to bring up front, by all means, you should. Where did that go?
He has something he wanted to bring to the table.
He obviously said something he wanted to take off the table. Where the hell did it go? Oh, here it is. I got it. Okay. Huh. So, anywho, that's what it's been like. It's tough to have a kid, you know, this young.
First-time parent.
Huh. Yes. No, I can't see. Okay, let's not get all revved up now. Here, put this on you. Put the fan on you. It'll cool you off. So, I don't know what you guys have been up to, but, you know, I hope it's been a lot more fun and slow-paced.
Yeah, Reese hopes so as well.
Yeah. Oh, you celebrated your first Father's Day.
That's right.
And happy Father's Day.
Quite surreal.
Yeah.
To be
Reese
the
got
recipient of a Father's Day celebration.
Yeah, Reese got you a nice little card for all the good things. Look at it. He's got a curly spot on his...
And Reese also wanted to, after handing me the gift alongside you, he then wanted to dive into the gift and get at the stuff that he bought.
Of course. I want the goodies. Huh. Yeah. He just can't sit still for nothing. I remember the days when he would, well, look at even this. Now he goes up and down like big stairs.
No, I know.
Now he flies up and down. This
He's
dog.
An adventurer.
He could zoom.
He's an adventurer.
He can really zoom. It's amazing. But what else do you want to chit-chat about your business or what's going on with your life?
I am...
What's happening?
Just keeping busy, doing all kinds of different avenues to keep a variety going for sake of people who are fans of my channels and they'll enjoy the content. What's up?
See, things pop in my head, and then I have to tell them, it's official, you have a copyright.
Oh yeah, that I do because I'm looking to get my going forward all the comic strips going forward. Tank will officially be a household name. Well, legally a household name, but hoping to one day people everywhere recognize the space.
Yeah. Oh, and they will. I may be taking a big dirt nap now, but that's okay. You know?
Not
You could say
soon.
she, well, who the heck knows? All these depressing news things. I'm like, oh, no. You know, that's the worst thing about getting older.
I heard you shared with me a few hours ago, Nona, Ariana Grande's grandma. That was God so upsetting.
She's 99 years old. Wow. That's pretty amazing.
I'm sorry, Ariana. And to your family as well. I'm very sorry.
But I mean, I think that was the blessing of the times that we had. Is like, with social media, you get immediate, like, you know, somebody farted, you know about it, kind of deal. Like,
also, you can just see their picture, like, no matter where they move to or where they live, you still see their picture, and you get updates of what they're doing and where they're going.
Yeah, but
meanwhile, back in the day, you didn't exactly. No, you didn't have.
You had to read the next week's paper and be like, oh, did you know so and so passed away? Now you can go on there.
Well, not only that, but also like in general, just appreciating each other's company. Because nowadays, it's just like, well, I can just FaceTime or Skype or Zoom call, and it's like, oh, you're right there. And
watch this. Something about these bottles. He's like an otter. There you go. Yeah, which part do you like? I like it all. Yeah. Look at me. Wee. Yeah.
Oh.
He's a good. Yeah. So that's the bad thing is that people. All right. Now I pissed them off. People. You know, you find out things too quickly, and it's like. And the problem is, I think, with that too, is you don't really have a chance to like mourn people. Do you understand? Like, I don't know where Ariana's grandmother. I don't, but I feel bad.
Yeah.
But do you understand? Like, tomorrow is something else.
Yeah. Well, you blink and it's you don't get time to breathe because life is just so fast paced nowadays.
And I can speak by that too. I can speak by that with my brother and my father died 3 days apart in 2014, and you know, I mean, straight off the bat, you know, it's like. People obviously feel bad, and then as time goes on, and I'm sure someone out there, you know, grief never stops, you know, and life just seemingly goes.
People disappear.
Goes along. People disappear. You know, whether it be because of, you know, you're out of college, you're out of school, you're out of, you know, whatever. You know, people are around. People have their own things, and I guess what I'm saying is. I think people should be mindful. I know that I am, but I think it's more of just my faith that you have to be, you know, check in with people every once in a while.
God, yeah.
You know what I mean? And be like, how the hell are you? Because life's too quick.
Well, I've had moments like that myself in my own life where I was hesitant to reach out to somebody, and I've shared this story in the past, but this is a couple years ago now.
Yeah.
But I wanted to reach out to somebody because they had made something and it was pretty amazing. I was like, oh, I wanted to reach out, but I'm like, I haven't talked to him in a while. I feel it'd be awkward just coming out of nowhere. Yeah. And quite literally, they were around my age as well. They ended up passing away from heart failure.
I remember that.
And the news was so shocking to me.
Yeah.
But I had such regret that I'm like. I was like, damn, I should have just taken that second.
Life has no guarantees, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, you're here today, going tomorrow. I just wish the world would slow down just a little bit so that people could enjoy. I don't think people enjoy themselves as much
It's
anymore.
just
It's
they have
like,
to find the next new distraction to keep them
you know,
happy.
it rushes you through life, I think. You know, slow down, enjoy your family, and have the picnics, and you know, a lot of
Travel
the
and-
old stuff that, you know, we didn't have much, so we didn't go to many places. I mean, we went some places, don't get me wrong, I mean, but certainly, you know, I didn't fly when we were young. I took a bus trip because my uncle drove the bus to Florida. You know, made a lot of money because the older people, I carried all the suitcases up, but we didn't stay in any kind of, you know, ritzy places. We, you know, but I was happy to be able to go to Florida and you know, but it was a long bus ride. Let's put it that way. Especially when the freaking bathroom's back up and you're at the back of the bus.
Yeah, terrific.
Oh God, you got
I'm
somebody. You got somebody with bad bowels. So it's like, oh Jesus. I don't know, I had my grandmother. I'll never forget. She gave me like her little kerchief, and she put a little like perfume on it.
That
So
would
we
smell
could,
nice.
you know. So I was like with Uncle Jimmy and I were, because we were next
Like
to
an
the
air
shitters.
freshener.
It was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. But
Smart thinking, though.
when you look back, right?
Yeah.
You know, it was kind of a blessing because you got to go all the way through and see, you know, different parts of the country, things that you weren't able to do. Now you could hop on an airplane. Not that I would be too quick to do that this day and age. I'm glad I traveled when I was young. You'll get to travel again. They just got to steady things out.
I'm itching to go somewhere.
I know you
I'm
are. I don't
itching
blame you.
to go somewhere.
See, I feel like the pig at the buffet because you know, when I was younger, I went everywhere, and I'm very grateful for that. But I like to meet people, and
You're a people person.
I am. You know what I mean?
I'm a people person too, but you're like an extreme people person.
Yeah, well, I like to talk to people, see where they're from.
Hear their story.
You know, hear their story. Everybody's got that story.
That's why I have Are You Sorious? Because it's explicitly for that reason.
Exactly.
Everyone has a story.
Everybody has a story, and it's kind of cool to hear that you're not alone. You know what I mean? Like, you know, a lot of people go through a lot of, a lot of people are smiling, but on the inside, they're, you know, they're not smiling so much.
I keep seeing
Yeah.
they keep popping up on my Instagram feed about Robin Williams quotes, and it's always regarding the be kind always.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what someone's going through.
Right. But don't take shit from people either.
Right.
You know, you have
Right.
you have to know, because there's a lot of people in this day
Right.
and age that
Might
take advantage of it.
Notice set your boundaries and
Yeah, you have
be
to.
aware. But don't go through life hating people for no reason.
Nah. There's more good. I've always said this to you. There's more good in the world, good people in the world than bad. There are.
Yeah.
You know, and like Mr. Rogers always says, look for the good people.
God bless him.
Right? And it's true.
Thank you,
Look for
Mr.
the-
Rogers.
Look for the good people.
for
There's
making
always,
all of our
or
childhoods.
but if you can't find, if you can't find that, be it. Be the good person. You know what I mean? Like I said, be the light in the dark room. Shine it. You know. That's why. It's so important that when I thought about, I was going for Nike, and Nike was disinterested, and somebody said, hey, you should make your own shirt. And I'm like, yeah, damn it, I'm going to make my own damn shirt.
And so you did.
And so I did. And not only that, I made the bucket hat, because I'm always saying be empowered by who you are and what you've been able to do. And, we live life looking backwards, but you got to live it going forwards. You know what I mean? You can't keep looking in the rearview mirror because you're blinking, it's over. It's very, very fast. In the meantime, you be kind to people, you be good to people, you help other people, you create like you're creating. It's so many different aspects that eventually somebody will say, look at this kid, we got to snag him. You just got to keep throwing it out there. You know, you're lucky you got a mother with a big mouth, right? Because I'm
Yeah.
trying to tell you, don't wait. I told you I met that lady today. Her and I were chit-chatting.
Yeah.
You know, and you get to our age, and I said, isn't it a beautiful thing? And she
The filter
agreed.
is removed entirely.
Not only is the filter removed, but you just don't give a shit. You don't care. Who cares what anybody really thinks? Put it out there. Nothing is perfect.
It's how everything gets started.
Yeah. Reese
It's
doesn't
always
care.
always the start off and people think you're cringy, and then people think you're crazy, and then it's
No.
well, that's how things start, and then it gets to a point where people are like, "How'd you do that?" And it's like, then you go for it.
Yeah, that's it.
You don't
gotta
you don't
put it
think
out
of
there.
how you may come across to people.
See,
You
like
just do
Reese.
it.
Be like Reese. He doesn't care. He doesn't care if he's on camera. He doesn't care. He could care less. He loves Lammy.
Otter.
And, yeah. And he's good with that. You know? He is so sweet.
Days.
The best times with him are in the morning. When he
Yeah.
just is newly awake and he's like, you know. Then when he gets the zoomies,
He's
watch
got,
out.
yeah, everything goes.
Watch out.
Everything goes flying, including furniture. Furniture
And
goes
people.
flying.
You know? And now he's learned a new trick where he sits on the back of the couch.
Yay!
And to look at the
Mr.
birds.
Mr. Mountain Man to
Yeah.
spy on the birds and the neighbors.
Yeah. So we'll be back on live on Friday.
But we'll be over on your Facebook.
Yeah, we'll be on.
Not here.
Just
If you were here tonight,
you, go on
you got
TikTok. We go on. We haven't been on live too much because we've been creating and doing other things.
Yeah, we've.
So we were
and
like,
life.
hey,
Creating.
you
life.
got a brand new beach blanket. These kids, it'd be great to get people to get over to the Etsy page. And if you've got kids in your world, even if you know, it's a beach blanket.
It's and as I mention every time, every product that you can purchase over on my Etsy store, which is etsy.com/shop/Tanks Terrific Threads, TANKS TRIFFICTHREADS, Tanks Terrific Threads. Every single purchase, you will be eligible for a 20% off coupon code that you can, whether you get it for yourself or you gift it to a friend, the recipient will get 20% off for their next purchase that they can put towards another green dinosaur item from Tyrannosaurus Studios.
And all my stuff is on his page too. You'll see it down
Yes.
at the bottom because I don't need my own page. It's not necessary.
Not
Although
yet.
I may do another shirt. Yeah, you know what I mean. But if you want to feel empowered, grab one of my shirts.
Yeah,
You know,
be golden.
be golden. That's right. Anything else you want to cover?
I hope that you all have a fantastic week, and thank you all so much for your support. It means a great deal to me.
Go to the
And-
Etsy page.
And feel free to share it around with friends. Feel free to share for those who love dinosaurs, anything green, both. That's a bonus.
buy some green for a kid in your life that likes dinosaurs, even if they don't. And they like green, right, Reese? You looked really good in green.
Yeah.
Ah.
And what, as mentioned before, what could be better than original content other than stuff that you can find on any store
Right.
shelf?
Anybody could walk into, I don't know where they shop these days, but you could get anything. But, it's original. He drew it. I watched it. He did the whole thing all by himself. Nothing is photoshopped or anything like that. It's all pure drawing, and I can't draw a damn thing. But nonetheless, it skips a generation just like good hair. His dog looks like him.
Yeah, I know.
See? They both have good hair.
I've become the owner whose dog looks like them.
Yeah, see? That's right. Aw, you give me kissy.
Thank
So
you.
anyway,
Mwah.
till next time, America, that's what Maury Povich says, we will jump on the next time if
Yeah.
you don't have anything else to say.
This-
It's nice to see
we'll-
you,
we'll
whoever's
be,
out
we'll be
there.
back. So until next time, have a terrific night, everybody.
Yay!
Be well.
Bye.
Be kind to yourself and others.
Bye!
Bye.
Woo-hoo.